servants, those who are in service of government, especially of Indian government, since there has been many complaints with regards to Indian government employees and government of Indian people who are in police, in the administration, and various other services. But it will be my own views, and I hope people who are living in various countries will make their own stand uh, while coming to India, while visiting to India, or they will have their own uh, perception of the Indian government bureaucrats and dealing with the Indian government. Well, thing is, first of all, at a point, the induction system in the government is still not fair. While recruitment in the government sector comes with 16%, 1 6, it's 16%, uh, number one and number six. It's 16%, which is in the hands of ministries and different politicians who can induct the people they want on the times of need, and then they become the part of the government. They enjoy the constitution favor, which would be ending, I hope, in few years soon. That one cannot remove a government servant on the post office duty, or there has been less power given for the removal of the government servant in India when he is in duty or while doing work, though there are disciplinary action which account for suspension, reduction in pay, reduction in their post, or reduction in their cadre, uh, which is true that these things can be done. But if you think of the behavior of a government servant dealing with a foreign national, I think there are complaints which has raised, and far more, for various YouTube channel goers, and these are like not getting the foreign people an equal chance as human beings to those which are in Indian. They ask for more money from the foreign people. They ask for more favors from the foreign people, and now they are asking for more ammunition and arms from people who have belonged to various countries like Russia or Sweden or France, who are manufacturers of various arms and ammunition. Upon their arrival itself, I was surprised that one police this you can check it from the YouTube channels, that a policeman was asking for arms and ammunition from a Russian visitor who has come to visit India. So you see, the these days, I don't know, the behavior has changed, but the truth is that even before freedom things were similar. People were the mutiny came because people were not in favor of the government. The rulers were not clear, and even after uh, they have gone, the Britishers have stopped ruling India. The government bureaucracy does not work properly in India because they enjoy undue favors against those who have been in the private sectors. I am a paralegal person, and I do help people who need legal help. But if you see what the Britishers' stand of working, two people they employed in this country was has been kept since days of independence. There has been hardly very few changes made to the government servant who is enjoying the favors of the British Raj. It is almost the same. There's hardly very few changes made to the government working and standards in India, which was similar those who were in the during the time of the British. So this is a same thing. The government bureaucrats, you can say, have the same mindset that was at the time of the British. As time changed, the countries like Russia, China, USA, they have changed the stand of dealing and working of the government servant. But in India, a public consensus is being derived on the working and administration through a portal which is called CPGRMS. Those who are educated, you can call it them as high class or middle class or a certain class level people. They go on, they can open their voice on the RTI, which is right to information, and also on CPGRMS, which is Central Public Grievances Systems. So these two systems make minute changes. These two systems, if they see their reports go to the means the planning departments of the government, and they make certain changes in the working standards of the government people. There is also a 360-degree audit system which has come up, in which if the government employee is not completing their work, then their salary is unfortunately reduced. And if their work completion has been limited, or the work allotted to them has not been completed on time, then again there is a part deduction in their salaries, as well and late promotions, and keeping them on the same post for a longer period of time. So this is a 360-degree stance which has come into the government sector few years ago. I think it was in way back in 2015 or 14 this system came, but this system is not also being followed well. Because of certain reasons, we have seen those who were previously in the government sector are now getting opportunity to work for a longer period of time, because the systems are given governed by the world standards of ILO, or which has kept that the secrets of the governments or the non-disclosure agreements should be kept lifelong or up to the age of 75 years for certain posts. So these things have to be implemented. These things are part of the government administration, but unfortunately the recruitment system and the people who are inducted is still not very fair in the government sector. There has been in the banking sector, the government banks, which was previously been done as dealt with the private banks, and being overtaken way back in 1975, where nationalization of bank came and the nationalization took place. These things have been there, but still there are things in which the government bureaucrats and the functionary do not perform well, because the induction and the training, as well as the dealing, is not very fair. You cannot say a government servant is as much good, say in countries like Bhutan or even Bangladesh. The people say that they once they meet the government person or the government bureaucrat of Bhutan or Bangladesh, it's much better than meeting a person of who is doing an Indian government job. Uh, so I hope you understand that the person of Indian government is not so good to meet. They may be liaison officers or liaising or people like me. If you need, and you can contact me while dealing with the government sector. And I have been approached by countries like Turkey as well as in Lebanon to deal with the government sector in India for the claims and the contracts. But unfortunately, still, I work on the terms which I have given my website, and my websites are as in below. You can check the description below. There is my website and my direct contact number. You can contact me if you want to deal with the government people of India. I can guide you, represent you, and liaison with them. Thank you.